Welcome to Slovenia, a country so small you can cross it in just a few hours, yet so rich in landscapes and culture that you could spend a lifetime exploring it. Here, alpine peaks rise sharply against the sky, emerald green rivers wind through deep valleys, and medieval towns preserve traditions from centuries past. Nestled between Italy, Austria, Hungary, and Croatia, Slovenia blends influences from Central Europe, the Mediterranean, and the Balkans, while keeping a unique identity. For decades, travelers bypassed it on their way to Venice, Vienna, or Dubrovnik. But now, more and more people are discovering that Slovenia is not just a stopover, it's a destination worth savoring.
Our journey begins in Ljubljana, the charming capital. With under 300,000 residents, it combines the intimacy of a small town with the cultural richness of a larger city. Along the Ljubljana River, terraced cafes buzz with conversation, street musicians perform under stone bridges, and pastel facades reflect softly in the water. Architect Jos Plečnik left his mark here with elegant bridges, colonnades, and public squares that blend seamlessly with the city's medieval and Baroque architecture. The pedestrian old town invites slow exploration, where every corner might hide a cozy bookshop, a small gallery, or a bakery with the scent of fresh bread drifting into the street.
Overlooking it all, Ljubljana Castle stands like a guardian on its hilltop. A short funicular ride or a gentle uphill walk leads to its gates, where centuries of history await. Originally a medieval fortress, it has been expanded, rebuilt, and repurposed many times. From its towers, you can take in sweeping views of red rooftops, the green ribbon of the river, and, on clear days, the distant snow-capped Alps. Inside, interactive exhibits tell the city's story from Roman settlement to vibrant modern capital. When you need a pause from the bustle, Tivoli Park provides 5 square kilometers of green tranquility. Locals come here to jog, walk their dogs, or read under centuries-old trees. Outdoor art exhibitions line the Jakopic Promenade, and shaded trails lead to quiet corners, botanical gardens, and flower beds that burst into bloom in spring. In autumn, golden leaves carpet the paths, making it one of the city's most beautiful escapes.
Heading north, the road winds through alpine meadows before revealing Slovenia's most photographed treasure, Lake Bled. Turquoise waters shimmer against a backdrop of mountains, and in the center lies a tiny island crowned by a church whose bell tower rises gracefully into the sky. The scenery changes with the seasons, lush green in summer, fiery colors in autumn, and magical stillness under winter snow.
A traditional wooden pletna boat, rowed by skilled oarsmen, carries visitors across the lake. The gentle splash of oars and the sound of water lapping against the boat create a peaceful rhythm. On the island, the Church of the Assumption greets visitors with its whitewashed walls and red-tiled roof. Inside, sunlight filters through stained glass, and tradition says that ringing the church bell while making a wish can bring good fortune.
High above, Bled Castle perches on a dramatic 130-meter cliff. First mentioned in 1011, it's the oldest castle in Slovenia. Walking through its courtyards feels like stepping back in time, with exhibitions on medieval life, winemaking, and the region's history. The Terrace Cafe offers coffee with unforgettable views of the lake dotted with rowboats and swans. Before leaving, indulge in the famous kremšnita, layers of puff pastry, vanilla custard, and whipped cream, a dessert created here in 1953 that has become a symbol of Bled.
Just 26 kilometers away lies Lake Bohinj, the largest natural lake in Slovenia and part of Triglav National Park. Often described as Bled's wilder, quieter cousin, Bohinj's shores remain largely untouched, with dense forests and towering peaks reflected in the clear water. Hikers follow trails along the shore, kayakers paddle across, and as the sun sets, the mountains glow golden.
From Bohinj, a cable car climbs nearly 1,000 meters to Mount Vogel. The ride itself is spectacular, but the views from the top are breathtaking: jagged alpine ridges, the expanse of Lake Bohinj below, and on clear days, a glimpse of the Adriatic Sea. In winter, Vogel transforms into a ski resort with slopes for all levels and some of the best scenery in Europe.
Triglav National Park, covering 4% of Slovenia, is a sanctuary for wildlife and a paradise for hikers. Named after Mount Triglav, the highest peak at 2,864 meters, the park is a mosaic of glacial valleys, alpine meadows, and crystal clear rivers. Summer brings slopes covered in wildflowers. Autumn fills the air with the scent of pine and wood smoke drifting from mountain huts.
Not far from Bled, Vintgar Gorge slices through rock for 1.6 kilometers. Wooden walkways hug the cliffs, allowing visitors to follow the rushing Radovna River as it tumbles over rapids and small waterfalls. The trail ends at the 13-meter Some waterfall, where the roar of water echoes off the canyon walls.
Traveling west, we reach the Soča River, known as the Emerald Beauty for its luminous green color. Originating from a spring high in the Julian Alps, it flows through narrow gorges, wide valleys, and peaceful meadows. It's a magnet for whitewater rafting, kayaking, and canyoning, though many simply sit by its banks to watch the light play on the water.
In the Soča Valley, Kobarid is a small town with a big history. In 1917, it was the site of the Battle of Caporetto, a turning point in World War I. The award-winning Kobarid Museum brings this history to life with photographs, artifacts, and personal stories.
Just outside town, a trail leads to the Kozjak waterfall, hidden in a moss-covered grotto where sunlight streams through in golden shafts.
Heading south, we enter the underground world of Postajna Cave. Stretching over 24 kilometers, it's one of the largest and most visited cave systems on Earth. Visitors begin aboard a small electric train that carries them deep into the earth, where vast chambers are decorated with stalactites and stalagmites formed over millions of years. The constant 10 degrees Celsius temperature adds to the cave's otherworldly atmosphere.
Nearby, Triglav Castle clings impossibly to a sheer cliff, built partly into a cave mouth. In the 15th century, the Knight Erasmus Ludger famously resisted imperial forces here, smuggling supplies through secret tunnels during a long siege. Today, you can explore its rooms and passages, imagining life in this fortress suspended between rock and sky.
Further southwest, the Vipava Valley and the rolling hills of Goriška Brda stretch with vineyards as far as the eye can see. Winemaking here dates back over 2,400 years. Family-run wineries welcome visitors to taste local varieties such as Rabula, Zeeland, and Piran, often paired with homemade cheese, prosciutto, and fresh bread.
Our journey ends on the coast, in Piran, a Venetian jewel with elegant campaniles, terracotta rooftops, and narrow alleys that open onto sunlit squares. Tardini Square, the heart of Piran, is surrounded by colorful buildings and overlooks the marina. From the old city walls, the view sweeps across rooftops to the deep blue Adriatic. Just a short distance away, Portoroz offers sandy beaches, palm-lined promenades, and spa hotels using the region's famous salt and mineral-rich mud, a place for relaxation and sunsets by the sea.
Slovenia's cuisine is as diverse as its landscapes. In the mountains, hearty stews and dumplings keep you warm. Along the coast, fresh seafood and olive oil shine. Farmers' markets overflow with seasonal produce, wild mushrooms in autumn, asparagus in spring, and each region offers its own bread, cheese, and cured meats.
Throughout the year, festivals bring Slovenia's traditions to life. In spring, Kuretovanj and Tuj fills the streets with costume figures driving away winter. Summer offers open-air concerts and folk dances, while autumn is harvest season with grape-picking celebrations in the vineyards. These events are an open invitation to join locals in music, food, and shared joy.
Slovenia also takes pride in being one of the greenest countries in the world. Ljubljana was named Europe's green capital in 2016, and over 60% of the country is covered in forest. Sustainable tourism is part of everyday life here, from eco-friendly hotels to locally sourced food and well-maintained hiking trails that ensure this natural beauty endures.
As our journey through Slovenia comes to an end, the memories of alpine lakes, medieval towns, coastal sunsets, and warm hospitality linger. This is a country that proves great adventures can come in small packages, a place where every mountain, river, and town tells a story. This is DSV Travel Trip, bringing you the world's hidden treasures, one journey at a time.